We have Robert Wheeler, who is joining us right now. Of course, a beautiful game that we saw yesterday. Gyokeres doing the needful for Arsenal. Eberechi got an assist in that game. There was also an assist from substitute from the bench, talking about Trossard. And for Nottingham Forest, who was once criticized by Arsenal fans, he got a standing ovation because he gave a man of the match performance yesterday against Nottingham. Robert Wheeler, great to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me on again.
Right. Talking about the game between Arsenal and Nottingham Forest, what was your take on that one? The performance from the boys, especially the brace from Zubimendi, which is surprisingly his first brace ever in his career.
Yes, I think it was important that Arsenal responded from the defeat to Liverpool just before the international break. I think their fans would have been thinking, oh no, another second place to finish might be upcoming with Liverpool tipping them to the post again. But yeah, they responded well, 3-0 win. It's obviously going to be difficult for Forest because they've just had a new manager in Ange, Postecoglou returning. He only had one training session with them. But I guess it was the same for Arsenal. They only had one training session before the match as well. But yeah, fantastic win for the Gunners, and I guess it's instilled a bit more belief that they could challenge this season.
All right, so a challenge for this season. Another team who actually hope to challenge for the title this season has to be Club World Cup champions, Chelsea. But they struggled. They suffered in that game against Brentford. What is your take? Do you think that having too many players, is it a curse or a blessing for Chelsea?
Yeah, it's a weird one because they've signed so many players. I mean, even like players like Raheem Sterling, they've just been frozen out. So yeah, it's crazy with Chelsea. They have too big a squad really, which makes it a problem for the manager in their training sessions. They don't even have enough locker room, the reports say. I mean, yeah, they're the Club World Cup champions, and with the money they've invested, but they haven't got like a settled squad really. I mean. So, yeah, I'm not sure they can challenge, but with the money they spent, they should be challenging, really.
All right, let's look at the game today. Man United versus Manchester City. These are two clubs that have struggled since the start of this season, and two managers who have still not gotten it right since the season kicked off. Now, United takes on Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium, but then Manchester City have major injury worries. What is your take, expectations ahead of this game?
Yes, it'll be an interesting game because usually Manchester City are the heavy favourites, and I think they still are. But with the injuries they've had, I mean, they've lost their last two games. Man United as well haven't had the best start to the season. Yeah, it could be an interesting one. Often in these games, both teams don't want to lose, and sometimes it ends up being a disappointing 0-0 draw. But possibly with the kind of poor form that both teams are kind of in, we could see some goals and maybe even a Man United win.
All right, maybe a Man United win. We look forward to that one Sunday, Super Sunday cracker between the Manchester sides, talking about the Manchester derby. Thank you very much, Robert Wheeler, for joining us today. As always a pleasure having you on the show. Thank you for joining.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me on again.